This amazing looking yacht in front of me is the Nomad 101 by Golfcraft. They describe it as an adventure tri-deck, which for a 100-foot yacht, this really does pack in an enormous amount of versatile space, amenities, features. It really is super impressive. I've just taken a walk through and there is so much to show you. I'm really grateful that Golfcraft have given us the opportunity to take a look through today. It's a busy day on the boat show, but we've got full access to the 101 Nomad. And I think if you like adventure and versatile and huge amounts of space, you're really going to enjoy this. And I think that really starts with a couple of things. The amount of versatile space is quite impressive. We're in the aft cockpit and you can see it is absolutely voluminous. I wouldn't have a guess as to the square feet, but it is huge. You can see that there's some fixed furniture in front of me here and a high-low dining table for probably 12 people. But you could use this any number of ways. And one of the great things about Golfcraft is they are really semi-customizable vessels. They'll go to any lengths really to get the boat spec'd exactly to the way that the owners want, and they can do that for you if you ask. So a huge amount of space on this aft cockpit. There's 3 decks to show you, plus crew cabins, plus all sorts of things. So let's move straight into the main salon. And I think the thing which is for me most striking about this is just how much space there is. And one of the things which Golfcraft are making a real effort to do is to use sustainable construction materials. The floors that you can see here are all made from sustainable plantation bamboo, and there's a real nod towards that in some of the other fixtures of the boat, particularly the fabrics as well, which are made from sustainable materials. But let's just stand back and have a look at the sheer volume of this salon. It's absolutely huge. It feels less like being on a yacht and feels more like being in a luxury apartment. You've got this fantastic lounging area that you can see here. I really like this dining table. And one thing to say is that Golfcraft make everything that you see in their own factory. So that enables them to be, completely vertical in their manufacturing. If you want a different type of coffee table, they'll make it for you because they have full control over everything that they manufacture. Along the starboard side, we've got enormous amounts of storage. I won't open all of these because we would literally be here all day. We've got the large 55-inch television, great place here to view sport, movies, whatever you want. Enormous amounts of natural light that are pouring in here. And have a look at this for a dining space for 10 people. The ship does accommodate 10 guests and they're beautifully catered for in this area. Isn't that, it's just very special, isn't it? It does feel more like the sort of large dining room you'd find in a large luxury apartment. Beautiful. Now that dining area is serviced by the Galley. Now this has the ability to have 5 crew on board. We'll show you their area in a little while. This door is a pocket door, so this can come across. And if you want to separate the galley from the dining room, you can do that. But what a lovely galley that is. There's enormous amounts of refrigeration on board. This is just really a small percentage of them. I'll show you the rest later. But we've got microwaves here. We've got 4 burner hobs over here. Full 60 centimetre convection ovens, and these beautiful countertops and this beautiful marble effect with that lip, which I think is a great feature which you don't see on all galley bench tops. And that's of course a very practical feature to have. Exhaust fans, stainless steel bench tops, but for your crew this is a very, very well equipped galley. And after you've finished a sumptuous meal, and if you are lucky enough to be the owner, then you can move forward and find a couple of things. A day head for your guests, and have a look at the view out of that. Not bad for a day head. But if we move a little further forward, we come to one of the real features, one of the real highlights of the Nomad 101, which is this main deck owner's cabin. Have a look at this. Full width of the boat, 180-degree views out on a 100-foot boat. This is a feature you'd typically find on larger, maybe 110, 120-foot super yachts, but we're in a 100-foot boat, and this is very, very nice indeed. How would you feel waking up here in the morning, stretching, standing up, looking out, surveying what's in front of you? Fantastic. Sustainable materials used on the Roman blinds. These beautiful customized settees, again a nod towards sustainable fabrics used throughout. Large king size bed, beautiful neutral palette, stunning. And a space here as well for like a writing bureau, makeup, etc. And you might be wondering about the ensuite. Well, this is something special again because it has one of the better ensuites I've seen in a boat this size. Fantastic vanity top there, lots and lots of storage. A big open area here for dressing. A large full-length mirror here. And a bidet and toilet, but through here is its own shower niche. Isn't that fantastic? Have a look at that. Beautiful marble effect tiles. The same with that seat there. That's obviously very convenient. You've got the rainfall shower above you with that beautiful ambient lighting, as well as you could come and pop yourself down on here, use that shower wand. That's just a lovely, lovely space. Fantastic. So you are very, very spoilt as the owner, as you should be. As you should be. Lots and lots of storage along here. But you're also treated to your own, I guess you could call it private. It's access to all passengers, but it does feel like your own private deck at the front in the bow of the boat. So imagine taking your morning coffee, walking outside, sitting down here with someone special and looking out, taking the scenery. That would just be absolutely spectacular. What a perk to being the owner. Massive deck gear as you'd expect here, but I think the real feature here is this space here for the owner. Special. Let's move back into the owner's cabin, back through this pantograph door. Along here is lots and lots of cupboards of storage, hanging lockers. There's a safe there. There's ample hanging lockers here for the owners. 4 of those. Fantastic. We'll head up. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, good, you?
Good, thanks. They're down to the lower cabins. We'll get to those in a moment, but this is a tri-deck boat, and so there's 2 more decks to show you. And the second of those is this. Another beautifully considered, versatile living space. This one's been configured, of course, just with a large L-shaped lounging area. We've got a television built into the cabinetry in front of us there, and a wine cabinet further across there. But the key to Nomad with Golfcraft is they really will configure these spaces to whatever their owners want. You know, if you want a little less lounging and maybe more dining tables, you can have that. If you want different types of furniture, they'll do that for you. They really are in the business of making sure that their owners end up with the boat that meets their very, very specific needs, and they can do that for you. The rear deck here, I think, emphasises that, where at the moment you can see it's a large, it's like a blank canvas open space, where we've got on this particular one a large L-shaped lounging area with this very nice table in front of us. But this could be sunbeds, you could have maybe a wet bar and grill here, this could be different types of occasional furniture. It could really be anything that the owners specify, and that is the whole idea. Built to your specification, built to your own personal needs. There's another deck above us. Just forward of here is a day head for this level, like so. Beautiful quality finishes and fittings, typical of Golfcraft. These are manufactured in the UAE and very, very popular in that market, and also the Australian market. Very popular as charter vessels because of the space, the versatility, the volume. Very, very popular. And we're now in the bridge with a very commanding helm. I mean, this really is little ship stuff, isn't it? A singular helm seat with some lounging behind it. There's an area here where you could pop around. I think there's probably manuals and charting, etc. Someone will tell me what these are for. I think I've seen where you roll up different flags and pop those in there. Someone will correct me, but I believe that's what they're for. But the helm is as impressive as the rest of the vessel. Spectacular. Morning. How's it going? Good. No, that's okay. No problem. Morning. Morning. After you. After you. We'll swing down. Actually, we won't do that. We'll swing up because there's one more deck to show you. It is a tri-deck. And there is one more deck to show you before we head down into the lower deck accommodation and the crew areas. And that is this. I guess you'd call this a sky lounge. We are definitely the tallest boat here at the boat show, towering above some 90-foot boats around us. And it's a pretty spectacular space to be in. This could be, again, configured in a number of different ways. At the moment, underneath this hardtop, we've got a C-shaped lounging area with a table. We've got another helm, with smaller obviously than the helm in the bridge, but again with engine controls, bow thrusters, the two Garmin displays, autopilot. But a great position. I'm standing up now, a great position to look out over the boat and make your passage. It's terrific. But this again could be a number of different things. As it is now, it's set up with like a wet bar grill area here, where you might have one of your crew, if you like, preparing lunch. There's an enormous grill here, the size of that. That is a huge grill. There's a huge grill there. There's extra refrigeration and cooling underneath here, so that's a great serving area for your guests. Again, we've got loose furniture here. This could be a dining table if you want, another dining table. It could be just big sun lounges. It really is completely up to the owners. And then forward, we have another option. Now at the moment, this chest is used to keep covers, but Golfcraft can use this space as another overflow large cooling chest. So if you are going away, I mean, you could do a cross Tasman trip on this boat easily. You probably, you might want more freezer space. They'll make it an extra freezer for you, or they'll remove this totally and completely, and just again have more. You might want an even bigger dining space. Completely up to the owner. So let's spin down. So we've reached the third of the three decks. I think there were some people ahead of us, so we weren't able to scoot forward. Let's do that now. So we're back onto that Sky Lounge deck, and ahead of us is another little area just forward of the bridge, where again we've got some lounge chairs. Again, this could be flexible. I quite like this configuration, just with a couple of lounge chairs, a little side table. That is spectacular. Another little great place, but again, very, very flexible. We'll scoot back down these side decks, which are extremely wide, I have to say, and we'll head down, because let's take a look at the accommodation, and there is a lot of accommodation on board. We've seen the main deck master. There's those stairs that took us up to the other decks, but if we come down here, we'll find 4 guest staterooms, and the first of those is all the way forward into the bow, and it's this. This is the largest of the other staterooms. Beautiful full island queen size bed, lovely neutral tone. I think they've executed that really, really well. I love the way in which everything ties together. Lovely combinations. I think this is, someone might correct me, either that's like an ash or it might even be a bamboo. Someone will tell me, but I like the paler tones here, and the carpet underfoot is really, really nice. So this is the first of the 4 guest staterooms on this level. It has its own ensuite with full shower, as you'd expect. Really luxury finished basin, and a little extra hanging area here, and some shelving. I'll just back out so you can see that, like that. Across the hall, or across the passageway, is the first of 2 very similar cabins. So this is set up at the moment as 2 singles, but you can use an actuator and move those 2 singles across and form this into a double. And when you do that, that like little center table that's in front of you there appears over on the other side. So very, very clever design. Again, the same level of finish, beautiful aesthetic. Love the use of materials. We've got full length hanging locker here in front of me, and again serviced by its own ensuite. All of the guest staterooms are ensuite, so there's 5 staterooms and 5 ensuites. Tri-deck, 100-footer. They just pack a lot in. So that is number 2. The third is just ahead of us. Just to the side here is a utilities room. So this obviously is set up at the moment for laundry, and this is how most owners are going to configure this. So fantastic space for the crew to take care of all your laundering needs just there. But just forward there are 2 other cabins, similar in size, slightly larger than the one we just looked at, and they're set up in that double bed configuration. They're very big doubles, by the way, so you can see how that has moved across. You've got the side table off to the side there, and you've got that lovely ambient light coming through the portholes. We've got, again, full hanging lockers here in front of us, and serviced by, again, another beautiful ensuite. Spectacular, isn't it? I really like the way they've finished off these cabins. And the same on this side. You can see that they've kept it in the single, but that would actuate across to make a double. And another ensuite. Fantastic. Okay, I think we'll head out of here, back up these stairs, and we'll find the access to the crew areas. And we've got the crew access down here. It's worth pointing out, because it is a real differentiator with Golfcraft and these Nomad range boats, is they are built to the high certification standards, and that makes them very popular both with owners but also with charter operators. And we've come down into the crew area, and as you can see, your crew are very well catered for. Again, remember, we're on a 100-foot yacht, and we've got another smaller galley, which I'm quick to point out is a certified galley. So if you don't want to do certain types of cooking that might produce a lot of smoke or etc. Up on the main deck, you could come down here and have your crew do it here. But we've also got extra refrigeration. Both of these are at the moment full of champagne, thank you very much, but extra refrigeration. So if you are going away, and you can go away on this boat, you have got plenty of the things that you need. These are in use, but just to show you, that's what the crew cabins look like, each with their own ensuite. They're in use, so I don't think it's right to pry too much, but there is 2 of those, and there's also the captain's cabin as well. The last thing to show you is the engine room. And the engine room is as impressive in terms of space and scale as the rest of the boat. I'm just going to spin around and walk forward so you can get a better view of this. Those 2 beasts in front of you are a pair of MTU 2000s. Each of these produce 2000 horsepower. Now, this is not a full displacement boat. This is capable of speeds approaching 20 knots. So if you want to cover some ground, you can definitely do that reasonably quickly for a 100-foot boat. Ahead of us, that's the water maker. So you can obviously make your own fresh water, so you don't need to obviously come into port and refill your freshwater tanks, your water maker, your generators are over here. We've got the 2 Caterpillar generators. That's access through to another access point through to the tender garage, which we'll show you on the way out. But if I pull back, you can see just how beautifully laid out and how spacious this is. Batteries just ahead of us over there, but just how much headroom there is in here. I would say 6 feet, maybe 6 feet 1 or 2. Very impressive. Very impressive. Even space for a couple of fishing rods. There you go. So that's the Golfcraft Nomad 101. I think you'd agree that is a super impressive 100-foot motor yacht, tri-deck, 5 cabins, the list goes on and on and on. It's a really compelling proposition for people wanting to go exploring, take the family, take intergenerational memories with you. Just amazing, and a real nod towards sustainability as well. Really appreciate Golfcraft and the team opening the boat up for me today. It's a busy boat show, but they've given us full access, and I appreciate that. Like and comment on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't. But otherwise, I think we'll leave this walkthrough here, and I'll see you next week on another video. Bye for now.